Worldwide parent coach and conscious educator Sue DeCaro is on a mission to revitalize the joy in parenting. Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a podcast designed to help parents all over the world create deeper connections with themselves and their children while overcoming life's daily parenting challenges. Listen in if you want to bring more laughter, love, and enjoyment to your home life.
Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a place for all things parenting. I am your host, Sue DeCaro. Oftentimes we feel like we need to put on a good face, perhaps not share what's truly going on inside of us or for us. But what purpose does that really serve? Do we actually do this to make other people comfortable? Or are we doing this to make ourselves comfortable? How does that actually serve us? Well, in my opinion, it actually does not serve us, nor does it serve anyone around us. The other day, I found myself full of emotion. I honestly did not care what anyone else thought. The emotions were so powerful, I couldn't worry about anyone else, and I was unable to stop them from moving through me, nor did I feel the need to do so. It is what it is, I kept telling myself, and I gave myself permission and freedom to simply sit with whatever was going on within me without judging. Not judging myself for having these feelings, having them be so big, having them come through me, not being able to stop and explain them. Nothing. No judgment. You might be wondering, well, what was happening, as those around me certainly were. And after allowing myself to process, feel, and express outwardly what I was feeling internally, then I was able to decipher and verbalize what was actually happening. But I first had to understand and come to terms with it myself. I had lost my dad several weeks ago, and because of COVID-19, I had not seen him since the 12th of March, a date I will cherish forever. March 12th was our last dinner together. Little did I know that this was the last time that I would see my dad. I still cherish the memories and the moments together and can actually visualize scenes, moments, and things said from that evening. In the last several weeks, I have not really felt a sense of grief. And at first, I questioned and judged this. I constantly asked myself, why wasn't I experiencing the sadness that comes with loss and death? I'm a very emotional person normally, so where was the emotion? What was going on? I felt that I was grieving perhaps incorrectly, not enough, and brought judgment to myself. Perhaps you might understand this from your own personal experiences. I quickly dismissed each of these judgmental thoughts that came to me, knowing that none of them were helpful at all. It did not matter. This was my grief to address my own way, in whatever way that looked like for me personally. Well, it's been about 3 months now into this process people call grief. And I found myself filled with tears, sadness, memories, emotions, and thoughts about my dad in this particular day. And I thought, where did all of this come from so suddenly? Why now? Why today? What was going on that actually triggered this in me? Because up till now, I had been pretty comfortable in not feeling overwhelmed with these emotions. And all of a sudden, things changed. While these were all incredibly good questions I asked myself, I dismissed them all immediately, just like I dismissed the judgment of why I was not grieving the quote-unquote right way or right away. I dismissed all of the whys we constantly ask ourselves. It does not really matter. I found myself crying on the beach or on a walk, at dinner, listening to music, reading, and so on this particular day. It was a day filled with never-ending tears, as it was meant to be. This is grief. It comes in various expressions, emotions, times, and settings. It doesn't come on schedule, and it doesn't show up when we're most comfortable, and it doesn't have a specific plan or look or feel. It is what it is, and whatever that is for us. Have you ever had this experience in which you were questioning how the emotions, the grief, or the loss of something or someone was showing up in your life? Can you relate to this story in any way? Once we give ourselves permission to allow our emotions to flow, we can truly free ourselves. Once we allow ourselves to show up without trying to question the unknown, we can truly free ourselves. And freedom is one of the most important things in expression, in grief, and emotions, and understanding whatever's going on inside of us when the time is right. There's no textbook for grief. None. It is a personal, moment-to-moment experience. Do you give yourself permission to do it in your own way? Is there something that you're grieving about right now? Perhaps COVID. That's a grieving process in and of itself. Are you allowing yourself to let whatever flow through you flow in whatever way it's here to show up? If grief or big emotions are something that you're struggling with, I encourage you to accept the emotions as they come, no matter their form. We must learn to be okay with whatever shows up for us in our own time. Not comparing ourselves to the next, what we read about, what we think it should look like. We can't force ourselves to feel or experience things until the emotions are ready for release or feeling without judgment. And this is where true self-awareness comes into play. True freedom, true permission, true understanding to just allow the process to be whatever it is for you. So honoring this has been just a true gift for me in offering me the freedom to grieve in whatever way it shows up. No one knows what it's going to look like from moment to moment. Being okay with that is the gift in just allowing it to flow. If I can support you or help you in any way with your grieving or anything else, I'm here to support you 100%. You can find out more about me at www.suedecaro.com. I wish you a wonderful day and stay safe.
Thanks for listening to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend. And be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.